So Blair, we're pretty much loaded up. We've got the Rally in the back of the Ridge line. We've got an Africa Twin that's ready to go in this trailer. But I thought we better talk just a few minutes about the trailer itself and the process of hooking up a trailer. So
sure.
Everybody thinks it's pretty straightforward, but there's some important things to keep in mind, eh?
Yeah, I'm no expert on trailers, but I've been using them all my life, so there's a couple of things I've learned.
Yeah.
First thing, make sure you get your latch down. So many times I've done it myself. You forget to put the latch down. If you don't put the latch down and make sure it locks, and you should have, a lot of people don't bother with a safety pin. This trailer just got a nut and a bolt, but it's a lock nut, so it won't come off.
Yeah.
So it's down, and then your chains. It's always a good idea to cross the chains, because if it does pop off the ball, it sits on the chains. So you might want to wrap the chains a little bit more to give them more, tighten them up a bit, but that looks good.
Yeah.
So,
now you mentioned the ball. It's really important that you have the right ball for the right receptor,
Yeah, this
right?
is a 2-inch ball, 2-inch trailer. It usually says right here, you can say 2-inch ball, and on the top of the ball it says 2-inch ball.
Right.
At the time when you won't get, if you have a too big a ball, you won't get the trailer on.
Right.
And then the Ridge line here has a round 7 plug-in, which is like on motorhomes and bigger trailers that breaks everything. But this is just a light utility trailer, so it only has the flat 4 connector. So we've got an adapter here. You just buy it at your auto parts store.
Yeah.
And that's the simple way to do it. The way vehicles are now with the wiring on them, the days of just wiring up the thing and grabbing wires from your taillights are gone. There, I think we're good there, and I always make sure I'm on there.
Okay.
Make sure you got a good pin there, locking pin for the tow bar, so we're good to go.
Well, no, we're not good to go, because we want to make sure that everything's working, right?
Yeah, you've never had this thing, so you're going to have to get in the cab and I'll go look at the lights and we'll check all the lights.
We're going to make sure our signals are working, the brakes are working.
Yeah.
And as far as the trailer itself, Blair, before we do that too, don't you think it'd be a good idea to check the tire pressure?
Yes, before you go anywhere, you should check your tire pressures. And the other thing too is a lot of trailers have small wheels. Mm-hmm. These ones are good size, but you got to remember the small wheels, they're going to be spinning way faster than your vehicle wheels, so the grease in the bearings is very important. These have these bearing buddies. You can see the little rubber cap on them.
Right.
And you just pop that out and stick a grease gun on it. So it's not a big service item like where you have to pull the wheel off and grease the bearings. You just do it with a grease gun. So there's really no excuse to let them go.
Thank you. Great tips.
Okay.